NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, they're silver and black. They are as their Raiders get set to face off with the Detroit Lions. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now Jones. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. At CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a
times on these long touchdowns. You'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Raiders nothing. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Drops this off with Nwangu. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's good for Las Vegas. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there. And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're... And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further. And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step. And the final clocking on the next-gen stats, look at this, 22.3 miles an hour was his top speed. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. There's Trimble, the tight end.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On 1st down, Jones. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And it's incomplete.
I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender. I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd and 10, Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is Atwell, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the 1st down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 4, it's second and a couple. Back to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Daniel Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16, and he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Looking to throw. Jones flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off. And
he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Tommy Trimble. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Lions 21, Raiders 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll have it past midfield, almost gets to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught by Evans. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Hey, I'm coming. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Again, Jackson. He'll get this to Kene Nwangu complete. And the Raiders are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. Complete to Kene.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson rolling to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things.
This team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Flush to his right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He completes it to Evans. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Las Vegas sending out their punter now. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Jones. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones is going to float this over the middle, deep, and in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point put through by Boswell, and they will take a 7-point lead. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Raiders! It's complete. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now, execute their game plan and keep moving.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Flushed out right. Cooks full extension. It's complete. And that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career. And why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. They run it with Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones eluding the pressure right. And Jones will hit the deck here. And he is able to pick up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. He's at the 40. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot when you have all those people bearing down on him. Probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball, give them what they want. Unfortunately, gave it to him too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there. And
this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Jones on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Jones now on first and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a second and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The blitz as they look to throw. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he is going to have a Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jarvis Landry. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. How do you get back into the game? Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
My cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Jones. And he is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Throwing, Jones. To the right side, and he's got Landry. Complete. Touchdown! Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. They'll run the screen with Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, Jones. A pass underneath for Carson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a one-score game. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Tommy Trimble with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Throwing, Jackson.
First down and more for Jackson. And all the way up to the 46.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this where both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Jackson.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Jackson.
Flushed out right.
Got a man, and Schwartz complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for the Raiders. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play, has him in field goal range with a chance to win. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.
And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.